Oh, धन्यवाद प्रजापति जी. धन्यवाद. Good speech. Sri Sanjeev Kumar. नहीं है? I see. That means we are saving time. Sri Rajeev Chandrasekhar.
It is 3 minutes, sir?
Yes, you take 5 minutes.
No, plus his 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
So thank you, sir.
Then you should give your fund to him. Yeah. If you want his time, you should be ready to distribute your funds also to him.
Okay.
Are you ready for that?
I'll stick to 5 minutes. So thank you, sir.
Now some are absent. That is easy. Some members are absent. That is the point. Yeah, please.
So thank you, sir. So the history. So many of my colleagues have spoken today about the history of our parliament, and what they have said reminds us about the idealism, the strong sense of duty, service, and commitment.
Okay. 3 minutes उनका देगा, आपका MB फंड उनको भी देगा? बैठिए. बोलिए सर, please.
So thank you, sir. So the history of our parliament through the last 6 decades reminds us about the idealism, the strong sense of duty, service, and commitment to the idea of India that was the hallmark and signature of our early parliamentarians. When our founding fathers referred to the majesty of Parliament, they were no doubt referring to the moral authority of Parliament based on this idealism and commitment to the country of its MPs. So it should be our endeavor on this day today, and indeed in coming days, to introspect on the functioning and efficacy of Parliament as an institution. So let us start by acknowledging that while our parliamentary democracy is vibrant and well as our free and fair elections bear out, the cynicism about our parliament and parliamentarians is at an all-time high. Our usual response to this is that it is media-driven, or it is middle-class angst, or we use some other alibi to move the focus away from the message to the messenger who is delivering this message. But sir, there are reasons for this decline in credibility that go way beyond just corruption and insensitivity. It is the almost absolute disappearance of idealism from our politics to be replaced by a strange form of political pragmatism that is inconsistent with the thoughts, beliefs, and views of our founding fathers. So we all know Parliament has two very important functions. Firstly, to legislate, and secondly, to ensure oversight of the executive and ensure accountability and transparency in governance. So let me quote from a seminal work on the Indian Parliament by Pratap Banu Mehta and Devesh Kapoor, and I quote, "The idealized view of Parliament as a deliberative body where all of the considerations relevant to legislation are aired and discussed and outcomes reflect the weight of the stronger argument is a far cry from reality in any setting. However, in the Indian case, the problem is more acute and has worsened in recent years. Parliament in the public mind is essentially a site for adversarial combat rather than of deliberative clarity. It is for this reason that disruptive adjournments have become main tools of parliamentary opposition rather than reasoned argument." End quote. So this perception of Parliament in the minds of the people needs changing, sir, and can be changed if we can have a few special sessions of Parliament every year that are dedicated to deliberations on national priority issues that are bipartisan in nature: security, poverty, institutional performance, where parliamentarians are seen to be earnestly engaged in discussing solutions to some of these common challenges. Such sessions will serve to get the attention of the media and the people of India to focus on the real challenges facing us and reassure them that we are sincerely engaged in this process of finding solutions and a way. I and a few of my colleagues like Naresh Gujralji have already written to the Prime Minister and Honorable Chairman suggesting this, and I hope some consideration will be given to this. Sir, similarly, Parliament can do a lot more on the issue of oversight and accountability of the executive. And let me quote from the same work again, sir, and I quote, "In one sense, the incentives for monitoring and oversight of the executive simply do not exist. The effort is high and the potential payoff limited. Opposition MPs are likely, therefore, to focus more of their attention on political scandals such as financial scams and corruption, where they can attack individuals rather than try and force institutional and systemic changes. During the 1999-2004 NDA government, the then opposition Congress used all of its might to stall proceedings, and post-2004, the BJP in opposition has acted very similarly. Even with opposition focused on corruption scams, almost all of the parliamentary probes into these scandals have led nowhere. And in some cases, it likely reflects collusion within the political class to avoid institutional changes, end quote. Sir, I am not necessarily agreeing or disagreeing with what is being said, but we cannot avoid the fact that this is the popular perception about Parliament. To address this, one solution is that the current form of oversight through Parliament and standing committees be given more respect and space. Let the governments in today and tomorrow not continue the strange tradition of ignoring standing committees when they choose to do so. Let standing committee reports and deliberations be made available to the public through written or video transcripts. That will give people confidence that Parliament is indeed playing a role in keeping governments honest and accountable. Sir, in addition, Parliament should meet more often. My colleague Yachuriji said this, and I add to that. This current trend of declining days of sitting needs reversing. My erstwhile colleague Shri Mahendra Mohanji even moved a private member's resolution in this connection. He withdrew the bill reportedly after the government gave him an assurance that the number of sittings would be increased. I look forward to the government fulfilling its assurance, sir. Sir, just 1.5 minutes more, sir. Sir, lastly, the issue of Parliament House. This building is the repository of the great history of our democracy and republic. Great women and men have walked here and great thoughts and ideas have been debated here. But in recent times, instead of representing the majesty of Parliament, it is beginning to resemble, feel and smell like many other government offices that are all over Delhi. The incident of a few days ago, sir, should trigger us into taking action to bring back our Parliament House to its past glory and dignity from its current decaying state. Thousands of young Indians visit Parliament House every day, sir. Let them go inspired by this building instead of holding their noses and underwhelmed by the papers and rubbish strewn in chaos all over the building. Please, sir, I request you and the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, let us treat this building as a monument to our democracy and start a program of restoring it to its pristine state.
Now, please.
And I will end now, sir. I conclude, sir, by wishing the people of India, people of my state, Karnataka, and my city, Bangalore, and all my colleagues in Parliament, the very best on the 60th anniversary of Parliament. And to all my seniors, my respects. And my most grateful thanks to the political leaders who have given me an opportunity to be part of this house for the last 6 years and the coming 6 years.
Thank you.
It is my privilege to serve and be here.
Thank you.
Jai Hind.
Thank you. Now, Sri Ahmad Said Malik Badi. Sri Ahmad Said Malika Badi. Yes.
Speed up.
बोलते नहीं? हाँ, yes.